to stay the night at other people's house? Are y'all cool with like sleepovers? Do y'all do that?
Not in today's time.
You don't? Okay. Go ahead, Mike.
Nah, I mean, I always tell my daughter to protect her innocence, and these are some weird times. I have seen my daughter. I confiscated her phone multiple times, and seen how other kids live their life. So you already lost my trust on that behalf. No matter how much that is your great friend and this and that and stuff like that, I see how that young lady is being raised. And I don't want you around that influence because I have grown up in the household with multiple cousins and stuff like that. And it's uneasy topics to talk about what goes on, experiencing being in a household with a lot of people. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just me being a father that's afraid of what can occur and happen with my daughter going to somebody else's house.
So no sleepovers for you. What about people sleeping over your house?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
How about you?
Why they can't come to your house?
To be quite honest with you, the same, like my house is safe. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't want, I have to practice what I preach. If you can't go to their house, they can't come over here. Because you never know. It's a weird time. I've seen things happen. I have a best friend, used to have a best friend who was accused of something. Still waiting on the say so on that. And that really hit me home because if he's actually guilty of what he's accused for, shit, Lord be with him. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I don't allow that at all.
No,
What
that
about
makes
you,
sense.
Coco?
I allow sleepovers personally, but not just like she came home and it's like, Mom, can I go to Jane's house? Who the fuck is Jane? Like, no. So I have to at least know the parents, feel comfortable. I have to also have like been to their home. I would feel better, and this is, no offense to males, I would feel better if like there wasn't guys in the house just because things happen and a lot of times like you don't know that there's girls getting raped at home by their own fathers. So you don't know whose household you're leaving your child at, and that is scary. So I would just say if I'm comfortable enough, like we have to be friends basically for me to be like, yes, my daughter can stay at your house.
Still, that's scary.
But
man.
I will say I do allow my daughter to have sleepovers. Like I'm like the party mom, like for kids, where I throw sleepovers, parties, all that, all the time. So everyone's usually comfortable with their kids at my house.
Yeah, I think like I said, I don't have any, but as a person, a kid that used to have sleepovers, or go to sleepovers, my mom was the strict mom, the overbearing mom that would say like no, right? But then I would have to like fight her with it and things like that, or sometimes I would do things or sneak out. You know what I'm saying? The more sometimes you get the no, sometimes you rebel. Then after a while, but then my mom was like that in the sense of, all right, where are you going? Who is this? Let me get their number, all that. So that's what like I appreciated in that sense of my mom doing, because there are some moms that's like, oh yeah, sure, and don't know who Jane is, right?
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying, or don't know that information. So I think it's if you're good within like a precaution, like you say, like you know the person, obviously more comfortable with the person, you've met that family. Definitely, like I said, as much as I used to get annoyed with like, oh, my mom got my friends' numbers or all that like exchange, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just like kids gonna be kids. What happens? Oh, obviously we're doing a sleepover or anything, and I'm gone or not or missing or something like that. She at least got those people's numbers and everything like that. So I think if you take the right precautions for it, and you know what I'm saying, for it, addresses, all that, then yeah, I think that's.
And it can't be
I would do
co-ed.
for my
It cannot
kids.
be a co-ed sleepover.
Oh,
either.
that 100%. As kids
not.
be
Nasty.
Kids, I
It's just
remember-
nasty. These kids is nasty out there.
Nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm on the same
them
page.
They 11 years old talking about, can I clap them
I'ma be
cheeks?
honest,
Like, what the fuck you
this
know about
today's
that?
time, it don't even matter if it's co-ed. I had to have a hard talk with my daughter. You feel me? It doesn't matter if it's co-ed or not. So some of these little girls be secretly liking your little girl. You never know. So,
Point.
It's a
God
weird
damn.
time.
Point.
That's true.
Point.
That's
Big
crazy.
point.
That's why I said when you confiscate them phones and you see the most horrific shit.
Right.
Like
It's just scary.
right up under your nose. Everything that I try to protect you from.
You right in there.
It's getting exposed by somebody
Other
else's
people,
household.
right. A lot of these kids starting to
I've
get homeschooled
always
for that
been
reason.
big on like sleepovers. I like sleepovers. Like I like hosting sleepovers. I like being that energetic pops
Parent,
running around, being involved. So I'm for sleepovers. I just want to make sure I know the person, know the parents, do the interview.
Right. The interview.
Yeah, for sure, do the interview. 'Cause
And,
Yes,
and
it's
to me, in
about
this day and age, like it's hard for kids to be social Like they don't play outside
kinda
no
help
more.
them
Yeah, like they don't play no more like the outside, like go outside type of thing. So I think like that's a tradition that helps kids still be social. Like, oh, can this person come over my house? Can I over their house? That's like their way of still being social. It's like
also,
one of those.
it also
old
depends on
school
the
traditions.
individual because
Facts.
I speak on a traumatic past.
Right.
Right. Fred past might not be like mine. You know what I'm saying? Where he's hosting sleepover, everything is cool, copacetic, and you have a great time. I tried those before. You feel me? Unfortunately, I had older cousins who had older girls. My experiences come from a deep, deep place. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah, it is the person, what they've been through too.
That's true.